We have investigated the more bizarre corners of the CIA archives, from mind control to alien satellites. But now we're going to look at the moment the American public realized the intelligence agency wasn't just investigating threats, but rather becoming a threat. The year is 1975. Post Watergate, a special congressional committee led by Senator Frank Church has been granted unprecedented access to the darkest secrets of the CIA. They are investigating years of abuse, illegal surveillance, and unauthorized experimentation. During one public session, the agency was forced to reveal a weapon so quiet, so deadly, and so perfectly engineered for deniability that it redefined the very concept of assassination. The document is the Church Committee Public Hearing Transcript. The subject is the heart attack gun. This is the fully documented story of the most chilling piece of hardware ever disclosed by the US government, a specialized pistol firing a frozen, untraceable dart that leaves its victim dead with what appears to be a massive natural coronary event. We will not only prove its existence, but break down the precise science of the perfect murder. By the mid-60s, the agency had a major operational problem. Direct assassinations, like the numerous failed attempts on Fidel Castro, left a clear trail. Bullets, knives, or even poisoned cigars were traceable. The Directorate of Science and Technology, DDS&T, the same division that gave us the acoustic kitty, was tasked with creating a solution. They needed an assassination method that was silent, remote, and forensically invisible. The ultimate goal was to induce death through natural causes. This project wasn't about conventional warfare. It was about political destabilization through surgical secret elimination. The records later documented by the Church Committee show a dedicated effort to research biological methods that mimicked real disease. This research runs parallel to the drug testing of MKUltra and the poison research in Project Artichoke. It was all part of the same ethical black hole that Congress was determined to expose. The first part of the solution was the delivery system. The weapon itself was not a traditional firearm. It was described in testimony as a highly specialized battery-powered air gun designed for complete silence. The battery source provided the precise force necessary to propel the projectile across a short distance, a crucial requirement for close-quarters espionage. This weapon's design was meticulous. It had to be controllable. The velocity needed to be high enough to penetrate clothing, but low enough to prevent deep tissue damage that would be suspicious in an autopsy. Ergonomic, small enough to be concealed, perhaps within a briefcase or a purse, allowing for quick deployment in crowded areas. The engineering solved the silent delivery problem, but the real ingenuity is the truly sinister component, and that is the ammunition. The CIA needed a projectile that could disappear. They solved this by making a dart out of ice. The micro dart was fabricated from frozen water and perhaps a stabilizing polymer. The lethal cargo inside the frozen matrix was a highly concentrated, fast-acting shellfish toxin, a paralytic neurotoxin, which is one of the most potent non-protein poisons known to man. Here's the breakdown of the mechanism as investigated by the Church Committee. Launch and impact. The frozen dart is silently launched, impacting the target and penetrating the skin. Toxin delivery. The paralytic agent is injected directly into the bloodstream. The biological effect. The toxin immediately begins to disrupt the target's central nervous system, causing uncontrollable muscular spasms. When these spasms hit the cardiac muscle, the victim suffers acute catastrophic cardiac arrest. The dissolution. Within seconds, the teeny ice dart melts entirely due to body heat, leaving behind only a microscopic pinprick, quickly confused with a small insect bite in an autopsy. The autopsy reveals a massive heart attack. It reveals no foreign chemicals, no metallic slug, and no trace of the weapon. This was forensic perfection, designed for plausible deniability on the global stage. This weapon's existence is proven by the most powerful piece of paper in the U.S. government, a public congressional hearing transcript. On September 16, 1975, a CIA director was questioned about the agency's chemical and biological research. The committee didn't just ask about it, they had the weapon itself. The director was forced to physically demonstrate the pistol to the senators, describing its operation in chilling clinical detail. Imagine the atmosphere in the hearing room. A high-ranking official standing before the American people casually showing Congress how to kill a man without leaving a trace. The revelation was a national shockwave. The Church Committee final report, Book 1, later confirmed the weapons development as part of the agency's unauthorized experimentation programs. This document trail is unimpeachable. It confirms the agency's willingness to develop perfect assassination capability entirely outside of the rule of the law. The public outrage following the revelation of the heart attack gun, combined with the disclosure of MKUltra and the illegal domestic spying, led to a legal reckoning. In 1976, President Gerald Ford issued Executive Order 11905, which explicitly and emphatically prohibited political assassination by any U.S. government employee. Subsequent executive orders by President Carter and Reagan reinforced this ban. The heart attack gun was not just a weapon, it was a symbol of an intelligence agency that had run entirely amok. Its documentation served as the final indisputable evidence that the U.S. government needed strict civilian oversight to prevent its own technologies from being weaponized against global citizens. The heart attack gun is the ultimate truth of the secret archives. The government will always find a way to perfect its methods of control and elimination. We have finished the hardware section of the Church Committee files. Next time we are pivoting from assassination to political warfare on the domestic front, a scandal that also rocked the foundations of the CIA. We are going to investigate Operation Chaos, the CIA's massive illegal domestic spying program that monitored thousands of anti-war activists, civil rights leaders, and U.S. citizens during the 60s and 70s. We will look at the declassified internal memorandum and the CIA's Special Operations Group files that document the unauthorized surveillance of U.S. citizens, proving that the agency turned its clandestine techniques inward. If you want to know how the CIA built files on every anti-war protester in America, hit that subscribe button. The link to the Church Committee hearing transcripts where the heart attack gun was demonstrated is in the description. I'll see you in the archives.